Hello, you are now listening to the Stoke Hub Podcast. Enjoy.
Right, hello everyone, welcome back to the Stoke Hub Podcast. This is episode 2. I'm with today's special guest, Harvey SCFC. Welcome, mate.
Hello, glad to be on.
Well, good to hear from you. Right, so obviously we'll have to go into the most previous game, Derby, on Saturday. What are your thoughts on it?
I didn't think the ref had control over the game in the second half.
No, ref was dreadful.
That kind of spoilt it for me. I think if had the ref had been a different ref, but the decisions, like the penalty, had still been given, I don't think it would have been as bad. Obviously, Derby are a very aggressive side, and that's something they bring into their game. But there's not much you can do about it because that's a championship, and we can't moan about it this week because we've got Preston and Leeds this week, who again are another few dirty sides. So, that's how you get points as well in the championship. I don't think that's something we've brought into the games, and I think that's why we struggle a little bit, especially in the midfield.
Yeah, well, obviously there has been talks in the midfield. What are your opinions on Joe Allen? Obviously, there's been a bit of.
I think it's been unfair criticism, to be honest. The miss, these things happen. He's not a striker. He's not expected to put them chances away. He's not relied on to put them chances away. Obviously, being able to do so is, but his game is get the ball from defence to the attackers. And I think he's done it all right. Some of his passing's been a little bit off, but he worked his socks off every week, so I don't see why people should criticise him.
Yeah, well, he is more of like an all-in-all midfielder, isn't he? But the thing is, what I don't get is the people criticise him for littlest things like that he doesn't track back or whatever. I don't, as you say, it is probably unfair criticism to him. But what would you say on bringing Etebo back? It's a must, isn't it, for Preston?
Yeah, I think we need to bring Etebo back, either for Clucas or Allen. I'd probably go for Clucas to get dropped. I think Etebo offers that a little bit more creativity than Clucas, but also can defend, which I think Clucas is a little bit more weaker at.
Yeah. Right, and obviously we got to go. The second goal was a bit slept on, wasn't it? As you said on Twitter. From Butland to, I think it was Gregory to Hogan. Brilliant goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it started off from Smith to Bart, and I thought, we're passing it back again, we can't be doing this. Yeah. Butland gets it, and it's genuinely one of the best kicks I've ever seen him do. Straight over the top of everyone, and Gregory's nature to chase the ball down helped, because some strikers would have just let it roll and they wouldn't have gone for it. But Gregory and Hogan, especially, they chase it down. And Hogan's always in the areas. So, Gregory spotted him.
Yeah.
Rest is history, as you say.
Yeah.
People say that Jordan Pickford's in the England team for his kicking ability. But I don't think I've ever seen him do a kick that good.
No,
and I watch a lot of Premier League, and he actually passes it out a lot more than I would have expected for someone to be brought in just for their kicking ability.
Yeah, so, I think Butland's reflexes are quite good, but again, Pickford's are sublime as well.
Yeah, well, he did put in a shift, didn't he? For all the criticism he got, obviously in the last previous games, he did put in a shift. He probably saved us from getting beat there, I reckon.
Yeah, he's definitely. I agree with that.
Key saves.
Especially that one late on, which from my angle, at the top of the Tile Mountain stand, I thought the Derby player had actually messed the whole chip up because I thought he tried to dink him. But looking back at the replays, it was brilliant save from Butland.
Yeah. Right, so big controversy. Whatever happened to Tommy Smith, I haven't really looked back on it, but I think it was Lawrence or Josephine that pushed him into the into the barriers. What are your thoughts on that?
Lawrence pushed him into the barriers, and I thought that was really uncalled for.
It's a red.
Mm.
In my opinion, straight red. Straight red. But
I mean,
Well, I think definitely a yellow.
Yeah, where I'm sat in the Tower Mountain stand, it was directly in front of me. If you've seen my vlog from Derby the other day, I had a pretty clear view of it. Yeah, Josephine with the tackle on it, uncalled for.
It wasn't really a tackle, was it?
Well, it was more
Let's
assault,
be honest.
to be honest.
There, it was. Yeah, he stomped on the back of his knee, and then kept on going until he was on the floor. You know.
I watched the game back yesterday.
Red.
I watched the game back yesterday. Something I found quite funny. Josephine thought Ince was going in for a handshake, and then yeah, the whole thing escalated. Obviously, Smith getting pushed into the barriers. If he'd have been a couple of feet back, he would have hit his head, and that could have been something quite serious. So, luckily, he was where he was and didn't get hurt. Obviously, we wouldn't want it to happen to any player.
No.
But it was just lucky he wasn't too far back, because he could have got seriously hurt. And the fact that the referee didn't pick up on it, he had to go to his linesman to see what happened. That was extremely poor refereeing. If you can't keep your eyes on, an almost a fight breaking out in the middle of a pitch. Hopefully the EFL have a word with him. He missed a lot of things. Ince being brought down in the box. Alan getting pushed over by his face.
yeah,
He missed that.
Yeah.
It was a bit useless. The ref was. Would you say in terms of decisions? Obviously, VAR is a bit of a
A mess.
yeah, no one really likes it. But would you say it's needed in the Championship? It's a bit of a hard decision, I reckon. But obviously, in the Prem, it's caused a bit of uproar. But
I think in the playoffs, it's needed because of how much money's at stake. In obviously the Wembley final, I can completely accept it. Semi-finals as well.
yeah,
But in normal games, I don't think it'd really make too much difference. Obviously, it's not. At the end of the day, it's the referee's job to look over these decisions and be like, "This is a red. This is a yellow."
yeah.
Some of the EFL refs we've had last couple of months have been absolutely dreadful. The one on Saturday is probably the worst refereeing performance I've ever seen.
It was tragic. It was.
But hopefully we can get a decent ref against Preston and Leeds.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. How the Premier League seems to have quite a higher quality refs than Championship League 1 and League 2. I think that's not right. I think that they all have to be at the same standard.
Yeah, because it's all in the end of the day, it's all the same game, innit? It's just professional. It's obviously a level of professional that you need, and yeah, we got John Brooks for Preston. Don't really know too much about him, but hopefully he's a decent ref.
Has he reffed any of our recent games last season or anything?
He reffed Wigan at home.
Wigan at home, lost 3-0.
Yeah.
Sent Ashley Williams off.
Yeah. So
hasn't got a good track record with Stokies already.
No. Well,
to be fair, it was deserved.
The one we had on
yeah.
Saturday, he sent Clucas off at QPR away last season, didn't he? I think he was the same ref. But
to be fair, Clucas deserved that.
Yeah.
That was a bit shocking.
He sent a QPR player off as well, so towards the end.
Yeah, so it was even. Right, we'll go on to the team now. What changes would you make, obviously, for Preston in midweek?
I can't see any changes need to be made.
No.
I think that squad was all right. The only player I would bring in is Etebo for Clucas or Allen. Butland was fantastic. Obviously, should have only conceded one goal, penalty, still not sold on it.
No.
Everyone was caught out first 2 minutes, so...
Yeah. Well,
I think the penalty could have gone either way. It would have been fair to give it, and it would have been fair to not give it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Nathan Jones said in his post-match interview, he said it was just poor defending, not spotting danger, dangling leg out in the box, you know.
Yeah.
So
I would probably take out Smith for Edwards.
I've heard a lot of that.
No, in my opinion, I do rate Edwards more, but I'd keep Smith in. Just he goes forward more attackingly, like balls into the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you could also have the argument and say he was at fault for that first goal, a little bit too central.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't at fault for the first goal.
And then he gave away the penalty as well. Really.
Yeah, but apart from that, got forward fairly well. I think defensively now we're all right. We dealt with majority of the chances. Obviously, the penalty in the first goal. We need to wake up from the first whistle.
Yeah.
But Derby couldn't get the ball off us in like the first 50 seconds. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Obviously, the two strikers up front were Gregory and Hogan. Hogan spoke out and said he disliked his time at Villa and he wanted a Stoke permanent. In my opinion, I'd take him. He's 2 goals.
Oh, definitely. I'd take him every day of the week.
But
yeah.
I did think Lindsay got that first one.
And he can finish.
Looking back on it, obviously he said that Lindsay headed the ball into his face. Now he's said that, I do see it.
Yeah.
I do see it more than before.
Yeah. Right, so got to go on to, obviously, Preston and Leeds. What would your score prediction be for Preston?
Comfortable 2-1.
Hopefully.
I think, again, we'll concede early on.
Yeah.
Very slow to start off with. But I feel like we're creating enough chances to at least put 2 in, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 at a push. We just need to have a little bit more clinicality.
Yeah, well, last time we played them, it was 2-2, wasn't it? It was 2-2. Crouchy with the goal.
No, last time we played them, it was 2-0 at their home, and then that was right early in the season because Eric Peters scored the screamer.
It was 2-2 at Deepdale and 2-0 at ours.
Yeah, Crouchy with the goal.
Last goal in his professional history ever.
Well, yeah, he did score against, was it Shrewsbury in the Cup? I think it was. So, yeah, so obviously we've got Leeds twice in how many days? In
2-3 days, something ridiculous.
Yeah, Leeds is a hard game as well, and especially when you got them in the Carabao. I don't know.
The draw could have fell a little bit more kindly. We could have got Crewe Alexandra or someone like that. No disrespect to Crewe. It would be an easier game. They are a League 2 side. Rather than playing arguably one of the best Championship sides twice in 2 days with a 48-hour rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got class.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, something else. Right. So, what? Anything else you want to go along with, Jack? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, I just wanted to add to the points about the Leeds game. I went to the Leeds game last year.
Yeah.
And where we won 2-1. And we went with the 3 at the back, which I think we should stick with. Well, I thought we played really well against Wigan with 3 at the back. I thought Curtis, a wing back, was better than James McLean.
I think James McLean's settling in more. Like now, he's definitely improved in the left wing back position.
Yeah, I feel like the pressure's off for him now.
Yeah,
I think he was a bit nervous. QPR, Charlton, but didn't play Charlton. No. Bit nervous against QPR, but I feel like he's found his feet a bit more.
Yeah, and the substitutions were a bit late, in my opinion. But
Derby.
yeah, Derby. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that.
Well,
I think I've always said
thought we had-
Tyrese Campbell this season. I said he's 75-minute player when the defence is getting tired. I mean, I pointed out to the people around me, Matt Clark looked absolutely knackered in like the 60th odd minute. So that's kind of the time where you need to bring in more pacey players on and exploit them being tired and slow.
Yeah, those two at the back were rock, weren't they? Richard Keogh and
Yeah.
Clark. We had two small strikers, arguably, and if hard
It's
to
the
get
championship though. You need these units almost.
past. Yeah,
I mean,
And that's what we've got with Ryan Shawcross and Danny Bark. But when Shawcross gets himself injured for 4 months, we're sort of stuck. And
I think Collins is well built.
oh yeah, definitely. I think Collins is definitely future club captain. Probably vice captain now. I think
If he decides to stay with us for a while, until Shawcross retires, I can see him captaining us. If he's getting into the first team now at, 19?
18, 19, yeah.
He's still got another 8 years before he gets into his prime, and if he's breaking into a championship club now... I mean, if you saw... I don't know whether
he's
you
already
watched...
been called up for Ireland.
Exactly.
Well, which is brilliant. I'm so happy for him.
I don't know if you watch it, but Stumpeg made a point the other day in a video, and she said, and if Bolton fan, League One fan, is spotting Nathan Collins, then, she doesn't watch Stoke week in, week out, and if she's spotting something special in Nathan Collins, and to be honest, I do feel a bit sorry for her, because if she's looking at players to watch out for, we've got 5 or 6 youth academy graduates.
Yeah, well, obviously Campbell, Verlinden, etc. It's quite good on producing youth. Obviously, we've got the other ones, Dunwoody and Jarvis, players like that.
I can see a few more breaking in.
I think we've got an underrated academy, in my personal opinion.
Yeah,
I don't think it's right up there, but I think that it's definitely one of the best in the championship at least.
I can definitely see Trey Pemberton at least.
Yeah.
Maybe breaking through. Obviously, doesn't really fit Jones's system. I think he plays as a right winger.
Yeah, right winger.
Well, he's been playing
right wing back.
Right back for a couple under 23 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he's really quick going forward. The tackling side of his game. And then I think he's the perfect wing back if Smith or Edwards were to leave.
Well, we've obviously got, I think he's a forward, Mohamed Sanko. I think he's 15 or 16. Yeah, he's
15 at all my days. I think as soon as he's eligible for first team football, get him training with the first team.
100%.
Because
definitely, I say exactly the same thing.
If he's breaking into the under 23 squad, yes, he's valid. He's only playing on the bench, but for a 15-year-old to break into an under 23 side,
yeah,
and that's as high up as you can go without, because he's not eligible yet. I think you have to be like 16, 17 to
16. I think it is.
Yeah, and I turned 16 the other day, and to think I'm technically eligible to play professional football is weird.
Yeah.
I think you'd be a good number 3 behind Davies and goal.
Yeah, Harvey and Danny Batt at the back. That'll be something else.
Oh, could you imagine me in defence? Little steak.
Just imagine. That'll be something else. Right. So, do you want to go on to the questions asked from Instagram? We could do.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just got off.
I think once again we've got no questions from Twitter.
No, I don't think we ever asked them. Ask on Twitter.
We did for the first podcast.
Yeah. Right, I found them. Right, so Ryan.Wood_ asked, should we have some fresh chance coming into the club?
100%. The more chance, the merrier, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that it's just getting a bit dead here in the same chance. It's a bit like deja vu.
Yeah. If you look at a club like Aston Villa, they've got a chance for almost every player.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've had a massive overhaul of new players this summer, but if you look at the end of last season, they had a chance for pretty much everyone at the club.
Yeah, and that's what we need, and it boosts the players' morale. It does bits on the pitch as well.
Yeah,
and obviously a lot of the players we did have chance for have obviously left this summer. Bojan, obviously we'll still sing it because we absolutely love him.
And Muniesa.
Adam.
Yeah.
Crouchy, obviously, the other week.
Yeah.
Retired.
That's one thing I'll say. On the subject of Charlie Adam, that game against Leeds last year, he was absolutely sublime.
Yeah.
He was picking balls.
Yeah.
Again, another player unfairly criticised, I think.
Yeah, well, he's doing bits at Blackburn now.
Yeah,
and everyone's saying he's only just getting himself fit to play for Blackburn. That's a bit harsh, but he is a bit of a club legend. Obviously, the goal against Chelsea, goal that was. Right. So, second question, Jack Matterson _103 asked, do you think our current league position reflects our performances?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
We were by far the better team versus Charlton. If you look at the heat map, all the players were in the Charlton half. They scored 3 from 4 opportunities. I think that we were the better team against Derby. We had 20 shots against Derby. They had 7.
Yeah.
So
again,
another...
again, I'm going to quote Nathan Jones, but he said some of the teams above us have played nowhere near as good enough. It's the Championship, innit?
Yeah.
But especially if we can put some decent performances against Preston and Leeds, 2 solid sides, I think if we get results like that, I think we'll really put a statement down and say we're not here to mess about and make up the numbers, as people think we are at the moment.
And after Reading's win, obviously we're sat bottom of the Championship, but what can you do? It's only 3 games. But where would you expect us to be in a few months' time?
It depends.
Playoffs.
It depends.
If we continue playing like this, then definitely at least playoffs.
Pushing towards that. If everyone stays fit.
Yeah.
Obviously, getting Ryan back will be a bonus around Christmas time as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't think people give Ryan Shawcross enough credit for how good he is.
No. Right, so Jamie Speed _ asked opinion on Joe Allen. Obviously, we've already said, but if you want to elaborate anything else.
Unlucky. He's been unlucky.
Yeah. 100%.
I was the first. I'll be the first one to stick up for him. Like the other day, put on my Twitter. Got a bit of stick, but
Stoke FT seem to hate him.
Well,
I don't get all the criticism on Twitter. I think they're just looking for a scapegoat, personally.
Yeah.
But
the common denominator, a lot of the arguments against him are the common denominator between the Premier League side and now is Joe Allen and Jack Butland. It's like Jack Butland can't really do anything apart from make saves, and Joe Allen hasn't been that bad. He was player of the season when we went down.
Yeah.
Because he was our best performer, definitely. And then last year he really put a shift in, and then he hasn't been too great this year, but I don't think he deserves half as much of a stick that he gets.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he our top scorer last year?
I think that's Benik Afobe.
It was him and Afobe that were up there, weren't they?
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
think he's getting criticism though. It's because Benicophobe's left and they've got no one's got anyone else to, take it out on. Because let's be honest, I don't know a single Stoke fan that actually likes Benicophobe. I mean,
He's all right.
Yeah.
I think it's just low on confidence. I think
yeah,
the way we booed it, people booed him off the other week against QPR was disgraceful.
It's uncalled for. I don't want to see our fans booing players off ever.
No.
It's
I mean, fair enough
not...
if we've lost 5-0, but you don't boo an individual off.
Well, even then though, I don't think that it is worth it booing them off. Because our team will always try their best,
Some players more than others.
Yeah,
definitely. I don't think that Tom Hinks tries as hard as Joe Allen, but it doesn't mean he deserves booing off for it.
no.
I mean, Tom Ince this season's been brilliant, I think, so far.
Yeah.
A lot better than last season.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon he's had a proper talking to by Nathan Jones, and he's been put in his preferred position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think last year I felt he was trying to create stuff out of nothing, whereas this year I think everyone's playing to each other's strengths. I mean, if you look at McLean, he's bombing forward, and then going back, you've got people like Bart giving him extra support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Right, next question is from IZ_Seb_. What will the score be against Preston? Obviously,
2-1.
Yeah, what would you say, Jack?
I'd probably say 2-1. Pushing 3 or 4.
Right. Yeah, I'd probably say nice 1-0 win. I would.
If we can put chances away, I don't think we'll have a problem.
No.
And with Hogan, he's obviously picked up some more confidence. Managing to get 2 goals against Derby will definitely help him out. 100%. I think that also Lee Gregory getting the assist will help out with his confidence going forward as well.
Yeah.
Ryan Woods as well.
Yeah, Ryan
Woods been class.
Brilliant performance. Got the old Ryan Woods back.
Yeah.
Mr. Consistent, yeah.
Yeah, he obviously didn't work under Rowett's system when we first brought him in, but I think it's good that he's. I think
that when we first brought him in and he was playing under Rowett, he was really good. But then I think he got injured and he was out of the side, and then he just wasn't put back in. Because
who did we play instead of him?
Lucas, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Lucas.
I don't think we didn't play defensive midfielder. We played a number 10, didn't we?
Yeah.
Who was the number 10?
But
not a clue. I can't even remember.
Weren't we playing Berino behind Crouch or something?
Oh yeah, we were. We were playing Crouch and Aphobia up front together.
It was something like
Crouch,
that, wasn't it?
And then it was Berahino in behind.
Yeah.
That was mad. Didn't he score on his debut for
Waregem? Yeah, he scored, which is just tells you something, doesn't it? That he's
Benicophobe as well scored Bristol City the other week, the other day as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Ryan Woods captained the game under Rowett.
Yeah, he did. It was quite early on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a surprise to everyone.
Yeah.
Isn't Ryan Woods a Stoke fan though as well?
Yeah, I saw a picture of him. He had a Stoke shirt on when he was a kid. So always good. So we've only got one question left. It's not really a question. Someone just said do a giveaway at 1,000 subs. Okay. I'm not
Is
sure
this to me or?
I presume it's towards you.
Yeah. Obviously, it depends when. But I was planning on doing a Christmas giveaway anyway.
Well, obviously you're at. How many are you at now? 700 odd.
718 or something.
Yes. Oh, 722 you're at.
Oh, is it 722?
Yeah.
Sub count's been wrong then. Unless I've gained about 5 subs in the last 20 minutes.
Probably. So Oz now. I think Josh has them. I'm not too sure because we got asked a load of questions on Instagram, obviously towards us. Whatever have you. So someone said, who should start more often, Carter Vickers or Collins?
Collins.
Reckon?
I honestly think it should be both of them in a back three. That's just my personal view.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get Etebo and Ince, obviously it's going to be a complicated system. How we're going to work it? Obviously, we're going to need to drop the number 10, not the number 10, the holding midfielder.
Mm.
But I do think Ryan would be able to do a shift in normal centre mid anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what everyone thought against Wigan, but it was more of 2 defensive midfielders with the number 10 who, in Cousins and Woods.
It'd suit Etebo.
So, yeah, definitely. If we put Etebo into sort of where Cousins was next to Woods, I think that would be the perfect place for him.
Yeah.
As well with that, we're not relying on Smith and McLean to get back, and we can launch counter-attacks a lot easier.
Exactly.
Because we play quite wide sometimes. McLean's sometimes not making the runs quick enough. Same with Smith on the other side. But if they're already there, and having the back three doing the defensive duty, I'm having 3 centre backs, Lindsay, Bart, and Collins or whatever. You know, it's only obviously Jones plays fast attacking football, so it can only help, and I think we should give it a go.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, fast attacking football is something that we've missed since the Stoke Alona period. You know?
Yeah.
That was
obviously
brilliant.
Arnie and Shaq and Bojan obviously helped for the build-up play.
I mean,
after
that it was slow. It's been slow ever since. Rowett, very, very slow. More possession-based football.
Yeah, I think he was kind of a stats-based manager. Like his tactics didn't really seem to work. How many games did we win under Rowett? Was it
5 or 6?
It was poor,
and that's not including. I don't even think we won all pre-season, to be honest.
No, it was
poor. Wasn't great.
I think we drew with Monaco though. Didn't we?
That might have been the summer before. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because Mbappe was still at Monaco.
Yeah.
And we had Grant then, didn't we?
Oh yeah. So that tweet where it says Grant saves from Mbappe or something. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, because we also then beat Leipzig the game before, didn't we?
Yeah,
Leipzig. Yeah, that would have been 2017.
Yeah. Sounds like
right.
they finished second.
So Owen Culver says thoughts on the formation change.
I'm assuming that's for Wigan.
Yeah, I would say it's positive because it's just a change in the defense, isn't it? What was it from back 4 to back 3, or is it the way around?
It was like a 3-5-2. 3-5-2, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly caught Wigan out because they struggled to break it down. Midfield, we completely dominated, probably because we had 5 or 6 players there.
Yeah. So obviously, we could have definitely got more than one. It's just Sam Vokes' accuracy isn't the best.
I think he's just low on confidence at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, just hoofing it over the. Hopefully,
but when he's firing on all cylinders, as confident as he likes, he's brilliant.
Yeah,
like he was in that when Burnley went up. I think he scored 20 goals that season.
Yeah.
I think personally it's mad that he played with Ashley Barnes. Look at Ashley Barnes now. He's scoring
Isn't he joint top scorer in the Premier League at the moment? Ashley Barnes.
Yeah. It's mad. It's mad. I
I don't think
think
anybody predicted that.
no, definitely not. I think that's the last question. Yeah, that's it. It's just one that says Edwards should be played over Smith. Obviously, we've already talked about that. Yeah, that's it. Right, Harvey, thanks for coming on, mate.
No worries.
Right, it was nice having
Yeah,
you, mate.
it's been
Cheers.
class having you.
Nah, thanks for having me on.
Right, cheers, Harvey.
Cheers.
Right, obviously check out the podcast on Acast, SoundCloud, Spotify, what have you. Yeah, obviously next Saturday, something like that. So yeah, see you then. Come on, you Stoke.